Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me at CGB. Today in the arena we are playing what I'm calling Tracker Jund Midrange. We're continuing to review the decks from the streets of New Capenna Championship, and this deck was played by Carl Serap to a 6th place finish at the event. And while my brain loves going in perfect order down the list, we should be playing the 5th place deck today if we were doing all things that way. There are 2 Jund decks in a row at 6th and 7th place. They are very different, so I want to review both of them, but I don't want to review them 2 days in a row. So as much as my inner organization brain is screaming at me for doing 6th place deck today, 5th place deck tomorrow, we're doing 6th place deck today, because at the core what you really want is variety and not the same colors and style of deck 2 days in a row. Why do I know this? I just know. Don't worry about it. So anyway, this deck did very, very well in the event, and it's a very different build from what you might have seen lurking around here and there. I think that what stands out the most about decks that made it to the top 8, not a lot of Ob Nixilis, the adversary. Even in a deck that plays turn 2 Blood Tithe Harvester as its 2-drop of choice, we don't have Ob. In fact, even in the sideboard, there are no Obs in this deck. And again, it was a best of 3 tournament, so the sideboard is intact. Keep your eyes peeled when hitting craft all, that there might be cards in the sideboard that you are crafting. Probably the most the easiest ones to miss are like the Serolf, the Unlicensed Hearse, the Unleash the Inferno, the Reckoner Bankbusters here in the board. So watch out for that. But anyway, no Obs. The format was just too hostile. It was way too hostile. Rafine killing Ob is very much a thing. It just flies, too evasive, too strong, too haste, too much value. I don't know. It's interesting, Ob being such a ferocious card, a card that still annoys the hell out of me, but I don't know if there's a card that's more polarizing on the play or draw than Ob Nixilis, and the players who made it to the top 8 of the tournament playing decks like Jund didn't play the card. They played some other cards instead, and my favorite card in this deck, by far, the card that makes me just, smile, a big, warm CGB smile, is Briarbridge Tracker. I do love this card, and I probably slam it in way more decks than I should, but when it's right, it's right. And I particularly love it in this deck because you get to crew up Chariots and you just have a really strong 3-mana value play to accompany Fable the Mirrorbreaker. And the Briarbridge Tracker, back when I was playing it in a ton of decks in Kamigawa, it was all about that Vigilant 4/3. It dodged Wandering Emperor, it got over the 2/2 token as well, but it also couldn't be Valorous stanced, so the various white Wandering Emperor plus other cards decks had a hard time with this card and couldn't easily remove it if they Brutal Cathar'd it, and then I killed their Brutal Cathar, I got another clue, so everything was coming up great for the tracker. And in this event, there aren't a ton of Briarbridge Trackers around, but this deck, as a 4 of, in the top 8, that means a lot to me. If Arjuna were around, I would point out how excited I was that Briarbridge Tracker got a top 8, because it's the kind of card that I was very high on and very excited about. The rest of the deck is, well, it's like... It's one of the Jundiest Jund decks you'll ever see, with a plethora of really solid removal spells and really good value-y threats. So, of course, Fable, it's the card right now. 3 copies of Riveteer's Charm is cool to see. It's good against the likes of a Goldspan Dragon, but it also can be a card advantage machine, and sometimes you just nuke their graveyard, so it's good against the random Shigeki you might run into, I guess. But then we also have 4 copies of the Voltage Surge, which I said was the removal spell of the tournament. It continues to be there and impress. 1 Duress, 2 copies of Infernal Grasp, another card that just got played way more in the top 8 decks than it was kind of shown overall in the tournament. Like, the people who played more Infernal Grasps and Voltage Surges appeared to have a much better success ratio than those that didn't in decks that could play those colors. I love the 1 Tenacious Underdog. this deck isn't getting a ton of value from discarding Tenacious Underdog, and they don't want to be bringing it back too often because the life total is sus. We don't have a lot of ways to gain life, but one copy is kind of like, well, if you hit this in the right matchup, this can do the thing. I think that makes sense. And then we've got one Tybalt Cosmic Imposter / Valky, which gives a good top end of the deck. Some other high-end Planeswalkers, 1 Ren and 7, 1 Lolth, love that. 2 Meathook Massacres, really good card. Maybe Best of 1 will want more of it. We'll see after these games. 2 copies of Unleash the Inferno. When I've tried my Jund control deck, this was the centerpiece, and having 2 copies main and another one side, it does seem to legitimize the card a bit here, as it's one of the quote-unquote clean answers to the likes of a Fable the Mirror Breaker. It kills most of Nasika's Chariot, like, good card. And of course, there's Chariot itself. Just being a good Chariot deck goes a long way these days. So this is a pretty solid looking Jund list, and I'm excited to try it out in Best of 1 because it does have some sweeper in it thanks to the Meathook Massacre. It does have removal that interacts with a lot of what the format is doing. It doesn't have a ton of life gain for the Boros matchup, and the curve is a little high. We've got a lot more 3-drops than 2-drops. So those are the things I'm most worried about going into the games. I would love to get the curve inverted just a little, try to get a few less 3s and a few more 2s just to make sure we curve out well. But let's play the games first and see how it goes. Let's dive in. Let the Tracker Jund nonsense begin.
One. If you wanna play with the best, get your ass to Command Fast. Orlando. If you wanna play with the best, get your ass to Command Fast. Orlando.
We harvesting. Look at those. Look at the mana. 3 lands. The colors covered. A removal spell and 2 harvesters. Feels special. Feels like a special day already. Love it. And then we had to think. Blood Tithe Harvester. Here's a blood token. This deck has 26 lands, no MDFCs, so it's nice to see the Shuffler treating it well. Opponent has a Vanishing Verse, probably, if they kept that hand. Play more Tracker. Or, sorry, more Harvester. Would you like to play Ravine? Or it would. So we can Surge it away, or we can Harvest it away and try to stay aggressive. The problem is, I think we're running right into Meathook. And I think I want to keep as many of these as possible. It's a tough call. We could also play the Chariot, but all this has to do is put a counter on it and it's out of our range. I wonder if I was supposed to play like an aggressive Meathook there, because the opponent loses a life. I'm not sure. Let's also keep the blood tokens for at least another turn cycle. If the opponent played another Rafine there, we'd also have the option of just surging it on their turn. Okay, they do make a ninja, but because we have mana up,
all kinds of connections.
we get to just kill Kaito now.
Oh,
And they're just left with this ninja. And now the Chariots can start doing their thing. The opponent does miss a land drop. That is nasty. Alright, what do we need lands for? We've got a few 5s. We've got a potential 7. I think we just hold this. In case we start flooding out, we can discard it to blood. Yep. Now they converse, but doesn't really fix things for them. They're not going to attack. So we don't want to invest crew if they're going to verse the Chariot anyway. Right now they don't have a good block. Just turn them sideways. You still gotta feel like they want this Meathook Massacre thing to happen, right? Let's dig one. See what we get. Yeah, Void Rend, sure. That works. If we draw the land, though... Oh, if we had drawn a land there, our turn wasn't over yet. We could have played another Chariot. Let's get the hook on the field, so if they sweep this... Let's have land number 5 available next turn. That way we can have Surge and Chariot options. Try to close out the game. They hit a tapped land. They play a dog. Okay. Woof. Rolled. Void Rend not very efficient, missing their land drop. Pretty brutal. Harvesters. Just Harvesters and Chariots putting in work. Who will be top 400 Mythic? Stay tuned. No turn to play. Yeah, this is an example of a hand that's too slow on the draw for best of 1 Mythic. God. I don't think we go to 5 digging for that hand, though. I guess I'm going to get rid of Unleash and hope that Tracker Chariot Hook gets there. Valky's a play. We'll take what we can get. Opponent on the move, though. Do we just play around a Jawari? Do we play this whole game off curve? How are we going to beat Goldspan? I think Valky's doomed no matter what, so I like trying it here. Maybe we get some hand information if it resolves. If we get a Jawari, maybe Tracker does resolve. Giving Izzet time is so scary. We got a Seismic Wave and a Prismari Command and a Fable. So at least, and they have a Jawari, but they chose to keep it. Huh. So they're kind of priced into one of these this turn, and they'd love to play Fable. Like, they really would. But they're probably now have to do one. They don't have to, but okay, they're going to do it. Don't think I can let them have the treasures, but I think they're going to get there anyway. Valky's going to die someday. If they take the trade, good. And they don't have an... I guess their Seismic Wave removes both if we play Tracker, so that's not really a good option. So I have to... Seismic Wave, man. I have to do this. I could play Tracker there, get both things Seismic Waved, and try to save the Surge for the Dragon. Maybe that's better. Maybe that's better. I can't picture a world where things are okay. This is not how you wanted to play it. I do have more Voltage Surges and Infernal Grasps I could draw, and Rivetier's Charm would be the best draw. So it's not like I have nothing to fight this dragon, but I don't have any pressure. And they have a Jawari. Do I just want them to play that Jawari? Do I, like, bait the Jawari with a Chariot? Yeah, I guess so. Like, Lolth is my next real answer. I could play around the Jawari this turn, but it doesn't actually get me where I need to go. So I need them to Jawari this so that they can't defend their dragon. I mean, I'm not sure how good my plan is. Oh, okay. My plan's okay. Wow. That really just happened? Is this going to work? Did they get another Jawari? You have to do it now before the reflection comes off summoning sickness. I mean, did baiting the Jwari work for us? Unleash the Inferno. This is an enchantment. Dead. Okay. We're still here. We're not infinite behind. Seismic Wave is really good against Lulth. Maybe we can get them to play it on Tracker. Could also go for Hive. That getting waved would not be great right at this stage of the game. Alright, we'll go for Tracker. Then after it's dead, we draw a card. We got this Hall to worry about now. Lulth is good against Hall as long as they can't just blow the tokens away like they're doing right now. Land Hall. Let's go. Nice. Alright, please draw a land so I don't get Jwari'd. As one of the draws I would like them to draw that's dead. Chariot. Go to 9. Okay, Chariot helps too. Riveteer's Charm, we would try to kill that Hall. I think I'd rather have blockers. I'm looking at the graveyard. Did they just rip a Leer? Guess we'll see. But when that's their line, can't feel too bad about that. Right, they still have Jwari open. They drew that land, I'm pretty sure.
Come closer. Aren't I the generous one?
I think I want to leave a Reacher open for a Dragon. Oh, we get to attack. Oh, what am I doing? I was supposed to target this one. What am I doing? I know better than that. I know better than that. I could have still had a blocker here. No, no, dude. What are you doing? What are you doing? Supposed to target the tapped one. Okay, they hold up. Card?
Go, my children.
They didn't have Jwari, but they sure could have drawn it. Would they say go if that were the case? They're hoping to block this? Well, I'm hoping to Riveteer's Charm it. Okay. Might miss a damage on this, but I think it's the careful play. I'm trying to give them what they think they want. Nice. Could still have a Jwari. Don't have a Jwari. We have something that didn't do anything there. And we have 8 life, but now the Hall's gone. They have to find a way to deal that damage. We're still here. Seismic Wave, maybe? Seiju. We're at 10. Could go for the win with the Hive. I just have a bad feeling about that. I got a bad feeling. That won't work. So let's go for this. Actually, if we do it post-combat, it might just be lethal. Let's see what happens. I attack you. Wallbreaker Horror, huh? one card available. For life.
Aren't I generous?
Activate hook for how much? Enough? They have exactly an instant here. This is really bad. It's still not lethal. I could have also put a stop down and activated this hive after the hook hit the battlefield with the trigger on the stack. There might be a world where that matters. Wow, a 1 mana instant. How fortunate. How fortunate. Okay, we can't use the 0. If we do, we lose. If they draw a Spike Field Hazard, they win. Come on! So you're telling me their draws were 1 mana instant speed removal, Hullbreaker Horror, and Goldspan Dragon in that order? Like, in that order. If I had known what they would draw, I probably could have found a way to beat it, to be honest. It hurts. It hurts. Just let it go. Alright. We got the right removal spells. This is a better on the draw hand than on the play hand, but we'll take it. Fable on the play is really good. Chariot's really good. It's fine. The battery. Alright, we'll be lining up removal on turn 2. Question is, what dies? When? And with what? I think I'll wait and see something else. Yeah. Get that out of here. Since we drew red, we'll play that on green. Stormy. Okay, and we take 3. 15. What do we cycle? Playing Chariot this turn, or are we gonna have to Infernal Grasp that thing? Maybe we just keep everything. They're good cards. The game might end before we get to use the other Fable. Yeah, I think that's the most likely scenario. Okay. I hope they don't have a flyer. Mono red. They believe the time is now for mono red. Okay. What you doing there? Don't attack like that. How does this keep happening? Is it a trap? This is mono red. They play mono red. Always playing from the toilet. I don't know. Is that 1 damage going to do it for him?
The entire forest is an army.
Couple 5/5 reach. Threaten to dominate next turn. Just finish this off. You want some? They want nighttime. Nighttime you shall have. Okay, bye. I was gonna say, let's see your hand. We'll take it. That was mono red. Dude man. Redundant? I don't know. Who am I to say? Opponent goes first. Our turn 2 plays a duress. Doesn't affect the board, but this would be really close if it didn't have... if it only had 3s and 4s. I'm gonna try it. The fact that the man is good, the fact that we go tracker into chariot to try to stabilize against whatever is coming, whatever a dude man can create and try to attack us with. This bat better just be quiet. You make a sound, I'm gonna mute your master. Oh, okay. Sundown Pass, Bard class. Wow. Should have turned 1 to rest. How about that? Actually punished. Didn't see the Bard class coming, what can I say? Alright, 1 out of 2 chariots taken. Come on. Can't touch either of those. They top decked into one of those. Cool. We track them. How do they... I'm really... do I have to dress on turn 1 from now on? Is it the only way? That can kill the Bard class. Okay. How do we do this? How do we do this? I think we offer an attack and offer a trade. We'll probably trade with one of the 3s. Then we see if they power up the chariot, but they could still get the cost reduction next turn. And we can just kill one of these, leave them with chariot. Voltage surge the chariot the next turn? No, I don't like that either. Alright, best case scenario is they power up this chariot and then we unleash the frickin' Inferno. And we want that, so we attack. They don't block it. Okay, I guess we wait. We really hope they power up this chariot. Please, help me out. Still got this cost reduction for 1 turn here. Other option would be to leave the Bard class. I think against the Bard class deck, that's not the greatest idea I've ever heard. Now watch them have the Snakeskin Veil. They got everything they could out of that card. Oh, they're a coward, okay. Okay. I mean, we're a mile behind here. What are we gonna do? What is it buffing for? Whenever it attacked if it was 6 or more. Jesus. And then this is haste and dragons. I guess I need this. Just... good God, I need a meat hook. Do not get one. So we need to play a surge, so I guess I'm also playing a chariot. Then we need to surge away the chariot of our opponents. This doubling thing is scary. They still have a Magda. Man, turn 1 to rest would have fixed everything. And then remember they had 2 chariots in that hand. Could draw another Unleash the Inferno. Meat Hook is the best draw. Meat Hook gets us home. Yeah, this thing can double up. So do we block it with 2 creatures and force them to double up? Or do we just chump with 1? I guess just 1. Any other plays? You're playing off the top. Give me a break. Okay. Okay. Lucky draw. See if it gets us there. We really beat Bard class, the Chariot, all the other things, and the Valorous stance on the Unleash the Inferno. Holy crap. But we've got a chance here. I think more than a chance. I think we're ahead. And we still have 15. Our life total is not, like, in absolute peril. They say go, so they can block and double, but then it's just a 4/4? I think they would too, but I think we'll take it. I think we just take it. They want that trade, and we get all these cards and all this advantage. I'm sending the underdog too because I know what they want. They want to block and double. If they block the underdog here, awesome. Okay, down to 4, down to 3. We'll just sack now. Might hit a tap land. Bluffing Voltage Surge, kind of unnecessary. I mean, they're not going to play around stuff. They're going to play whatever they have no matter what. And that's it. Wow. Oh my gosh. I was going to regret that duress, that lack of turn 1 duress for a long time, and then we actually came back. That was crazy. Primal Steven. What does a Primal gamer play? Titan of Industry? Anyway, 2-3-3. Nice little curve. Let's go. Want to go see some boxing? Maybe some wrestling? There are boxes and a boxing ring. Could be a lot of things. Let's have a look. Show me what you're working with. Ugh. All right. So we could either take their 2-drop and keep them from having a 2-drop, or we can take their Brutal Cathar and make it hard for them to kill the Valkyrie. I assume they're going to kill the Valkyrie somehow, some way. So I'm just going to make sure they don't hit a 2-drop, since not hitting a 2-drop correlates to losing a lot in best of 1. All right, we'll play the Fable because their Brutal Cathar might go after the Valky. We will see. Oh, we can hope it does, because now we can Voltage Surge. Okay, they're going to go Elite instead. They can't mess up this hand very badly. Okay, Tracker. Another Fable. Do we discard some land? I think I can discard a land. Beautiful. That works. Don't want to give them this back. We don't want to surge this. We want to surge the Brutal Cathar. They might trade for this. They won't. Interesting. Very interesting. So they know about the surge, so now they won't play the Cathar into it. They'll play the other Elite Spellbinder, but that's fine too. These things have to block someday. Like, they're not aggressive enough right now. So they need to trade them, even if the opponent's trying to hang on to it. Or not? Maybe Mythic Massacre? Nope. I mean, this is... dude, not the way. Mythic Massacre would make a lot of this make sense, though. Okay. Make them have untapped land and Meat Hook. If they don't, Maybe what I'm supposed to do is hold that tracker, though. Next turn, we're going to flip this. I don't know. Make him have it now. Make him have it. Add a line. Okay. Easy to deal with. Man, Voltage Surge with enough artifact synergy is so good. Opponent really thinks they have to be aggressive. I think they're crazy. I think they're absolutely crazy. The charm. I think we just try to hold the charm. Oh look, more clues. Four damage. Why not? Looks fun. Kind of silly, but fun. I am also a thunderous orator. Cringe. I guess turning it white won't save it. Then it would just get -4. But this is still 12 damage. You may have gotten back your orator, but he never got on the board. On the draw, but we've got 2s. And we've got the mana, so we're good. Caw. Hopeful Initiate. Here we go. Will the Harvester be too slow? Opponent's already growing their Initiate and could get run over. Yeah, if their draw is perfect enough to just beat a, turn 2, turn 3, good card on the draw. It is what it is. Okay. We got to trade. And they miss a land. Okay. Do they have a card? Let's see if it holds priority. No. So no play with fire. Let's get Fable cooking. Well, last piracy. Okay. Piracy. Too many lands, man. Too many lands. Guess green is what we need here? Meat Hook frickin' Massacre. Alright, we land that. Just slow them down, they're stuck on 2. Aggro deck, not enough land. They curve out plenty of times, but plenty of times they don't. And when they don't, you gotta take advantage. You gotta jump all over it. A gazelle? No, not what I meant to say. A cheetah on a wounded gazelle. That's what I meant to say. We're supposed to be the cheetah in this case, but their deck is faster. Whatever. Just drop it. Quit it. Unleashing an Inferno seems nice. Have enough mana? Just enough. Could also play this Harvester. And then the opponent has to kill one of these for next turn. The thing that I'm worried about with unleashing the Inferno here is they draw another land or they just hit another Cavalier. But once we get the Harvesters cooking, we'll be in good shape. So, I guess we just have to kill this thing. And play around a Valorous stance. Probably some other hasty thing coming, but then copying the Harvester might kill it. Ooh. Never mind. They were prepared. Really, 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 really wish I had a Voltage Surge there. Lolth. Let's get this down, threaten to take out the Cathar if they don't kill it, and then get this down so these two can combine to block a Raiju or something with this Brutal Cathar. I think Lolth just gets trampled in this matchup. It's one of the things that I think low-key, like this deck is pretty good against Lolth. It actually gets right through it, cuts right through the card. That's a good play. Recognizing they want to keep this Fable exiled. And they've got Sunrise. Good hand. Oh, they get in there. Really? Wow. Okay. That's believance. Do I discard Lolth? One toughness creatures aren't the greatest against Sunrise Cavalier. But it's better than no creatures. Another hook. Decline. Attack. We're gonna play this hook. Okay, bye. I guess they decided since I was keeping my hand, it's too good to beat. But yeah, I think they're... We probably play the lull. No, we don't. We want to hook that turn before we flip both Fables. So we hook that turn. And then next turn, we'll see where we're at. Surge, Charm, Hook. All the goodies. And all the colors. Beautiful. We do need to play this on green. So I wonder if I'm supposed to play the Haunted Ridge first. Let's see what the opponent does. There's a world where having Surge up is right. There's a world where the Ridge is right. Also depends. We might just draw the right land. That makes everything fine. Okay, Surge is not very likely to be good, but what if they have Luminarch Aspirant? Okay, we drew a land. Black, green. Yeah, this works. We drew a land that made everything okay, because now this can be green or this can be green. So we can still have red, black on 2 for the Harvester. All right, please Luminarch Aspirant. Oh, that's disappointing. Oh, that's disappointing. Double Surge? Do we play another red source? There's no way we play another red source here, right? This could be green and this could be black, but we need double black. Yeah, there's no way we play another red source. No way. Let them just believe the hook is a lie. If they have Sunrise Cavalier, their 1-2-3 on the play is excellent. And it's going to be a true challenge, a true gamer challenge to find a victory. Hopeful. Okay. Are they gonna miss a land? That would be nice. I would take that. $13. They don't have a follow-up creature. We might keep this Initiate from flipping. Or from growing, I should say, from training. Oh, they've got the land. They've got this the whole time. What they're thinking about is burning my face. And choose not to. Good draw. Okay. Alright, we're trying to hang on, man. If they had a Cavalier, would they have played it that turn? I think they would have. Okay, so their hand, at least one burn spell, probably a play with fire, maybe even a royal eruption since they tanked so hard, so probably 2 burn spells. Okay, they go to combat, make them sacrifice, so that this hopeful initiate does not grow. And then hopeful E, we can meat hook that thing. Yeah, here it comes. Okay, do we hold on for another turn? I don't think so. I think we meat hook that thing. Although if they hit land and hit Raiju, we're really gonna regret it. But I guess we can still kill it. We would take 3 and then 4. And then we'd start gaining life back. Yeah, we should get the hook down. Doesn't seem like much, but every life point counts when they're already hurling burn at your face. And if they miss on this Raiju, they miss on a haste creature. Yeah, they drew it. Okay. Hard work mode engage. So we can play Tracker, play Voltage Surge, or and hold the Riveteer's Charm. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. They do run a Valorous stance, and their play pattern makes some sense for Valorous stance, so we're killing it now. Seven life. Okay, good. They roiled the creature. Love it. Love it a lot. Do we chill with the charm? I think we do until we use it. They probably are paving the way for another creature. So we got to make sure we kill it. Yep, there it is. Wow. Wow. Yeah? That's the play. To the moon. They didn't want me to see their card? Can I see it, though? Can I... Did it get there? I'm curious. Can I see it? Let me see it. Not letting me see it. They caught it just in time to keep it away from me. My dirty hands off their pretty cards. And we are back for the post-game wraps, and we're going to check out the stats from MTG Assistant. Now my editor has got that in my head, that sweet little bumper ad, and I'm probably going to do that voice every time. Apologies to those who, you know, the kids who get it. I'll just put it that way. Boom shakalaka, Tracker Jund. It looked really good if you watch through the video with just the one loss. Well, that was the real run. We actually did pull a proper YouTube 6-1 with the deck. So yeah, let's put that up here. 6-1. And for those of you win rate nerds, that's 85% win rate. Can you believe it? This is the best feeling Jund list I've played. My Jund control deck certainly had issues, and I was not, in the end, very happy with exactly where that went. And that was definitely trying to be more of a Valky and full control thing. It didn't have a good aggro or any kind of board presence angle to it. But the Bloodtithe Harvester, Briarbridge Tracker, Isika's Chariot Curve, this deck can get on the battlefield, and opponents have to respect it. I should have just tried Tracker in that deck, but of course everybody, you know, wants to try out the Riveteer's Charms and things like that. I should have just tried Tracker in my control deck. I already knew how much that card kind of meant to me in my green-black control decks last season. And yeah, playing it here, it felt great. You get in those chip shots, and now the opponent has to respect you because you can attack them and beat them down. You can race them. So they can't just shove everything at killing you. They have to remove the tracker. They have to battle their way through the chariots. This deck did an amazing job at getting on the battlefield and just making it really hard for opponents to deal damage to me. And the red-white deck, that burn deck, that's so much of the meta that I was really worried about because we don't have too much incidental life gain and things like that. 2-0, and I don't feel like our life total was below 10 for very long. So yeah, if you are on the play a good amount, we were on the play 3 times, we're on the draw 4 times. But I mean, if you get out on that battlefield, if you have a 2-drop and you can go Harvester, Tracker, Chariot, like that's so much to work through. And the opponent's going to have a hard time. And then when you get into that mid to late game, you have powerful top decks in Valky and Renin 7 and Lulth, and you can gain a bunch of card advantage with your Riveteer's Charm. And you get to just keep grinding because all of these make like artifacts that say draw a card on them. So this is a really cool deck, and I would recommend it for Jund fans as the starting point. It's the Jund list I've had the most success with playing. It felt the best. So I'm going to give a ton of credit again to Carl Sarup, who got into the top 8 of the New Capenna Championship with the deck. This is really good, and much like the Naya deck, when you do this well with a list, it's hard to recommend changes. In my mind, the cards that don't feel best of 1 to me are the Duress, although 1 copy's not that bad. Riveteer's Charm. Do you need 3 of them? Like, can we go down to 2 or 1 and increase the 2-drops somehow? Get another 2-drop or 2 into the deck to try to lower the curve a little. I guess it doesn't have to look perfect, because remember, while it says that there are 10. Here's the weird thing. It says that there are 10 2-drops, but 2 of them are Meathook, so there's 8. But then you have these 1-drops that are actually very playable and let you keep hands on the draw. So 4 Voltage Surge is kind of a 2-drop, so you just kind of consider these along early plays. And then there's this Duress, which I don't know whether or not I should consider it a 2-drop or not, because like on the draw, I don't think I keep a hand because it has a Duress. I need a board presence. So I really want just another creature I can just drop on turn 2. Just some little value munchkin. Maybe another Tenacious Underdog, but I don't think that's really necessary. Maybe another Valky. That could be fine. But yeah, I really just want something else I can throw down on turn 2. And I would love to get another Meathook Massacre as well. So maybe I'd trim a Riveteer's Charm, maybe the Duress, 3rd Meathook Massacre, some other 2-drop. But those are really minor changes in the scheme of things. Maybe even a Bank Buster. Do you think 1 Bank Buster is really good here? You have a lot of ways to crew it. But anyway, it's not very good on the draw. Those situations I always lay out. But yeah, good deck. Recommend. You don't need to craft obs to play it either. And it does run just enough New Capenna to feel fresh with Riveteer's Charm, Unleash the Inferno. Play it. All right, thank you for watching this video. As always, I'll see you in the next video. You're cool.